everyone. I have with me Sanya Khurana. She was a previous Google Women Techmakers Scholar, and now she's working with Adobe India. So she will be there for the next 30 minutes to share her experiences all the way from Techmakers to Adobe. Hi, Sanya.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing
Okay,
well.
okay. It would be great if you could introduce yourself to the viewers.
Okay, so I at Adobe, postgraduate from Indira Gandhi Technical University, and I'm also I also founded Lean in India, which is Lean is international organization that non-profit organization founded by Cheryl CEO that empowers women towards their ambitions. So I started a chapter 3 years ago, I think, chapter and led it for 2 years. So I'm still, leading lean in circles. That's about it. Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you get to know about TechMaker scholarship? Because I've seen that nobody, like girls, lack awareness about these scholarships. How did you get to know?
I don't exactly remember. It's been 2 years, but I think I was looking for a lot of scholarships, and it just said that girls are not aware. So I got to know that there are a number of scholarships provided. So I just randomly searched for scholarship for women in computing, and then came across this one.
Okay.
Tech makers given by Google. So and I applied for it. I think I got to the previous year, and by that time I was late for applying, and the next year I just made sure that I am aware it and I don't miss the deadlines.
Okay. So this was your first application you applied previously and got rejected, and then you refined your application next year or something like that.
Your voice is breaking.
Hello.
Your voice. Please repeat.
Yeah, the question is that was this your first application which got accepted, or you applied previous years also?
No. So I applied previous year and got accepted. Uh,
Okay.
so yeah, that was it.
Okay. So what was the application process during your time? Any essays or interview? Some experiences about that?
Yeah, like we had to fill in an application which had around 4 questions, I remember, and the ones that were shortlisted were also so the questions were majorly around done in as a for women in technology, basically to encourage women in technology. And they want to know your story, how you became a woman in technology, how you became a woman in technology, and how you can encourage more girls. So the entire application process and the interview is largely based on it was. And it's 2 years
Okay.
ago, so I'm not sure much would have changed.
Okay. So you had an interview, that telephonic interview.
In the interview and
Yeah. Did you have an interview on telephone?
telephonic interview.
Did they call? Yeah, yeah.
What was the question? I'm I lost you. So yes, I we had all of us had a telephonic interview after the our applications were shortlisted. So the second round was interview.
Okay. How was it? What was if you remember some questions?
Yeah, so the questions were largely on what I think about women in technology and what I think can be done for women in technology. So I gave my story when I enter and what happened. So first they asked about, I mean, why I entered the technical field, what interests I have, and they asked questions about how I think we can empower women in technology and women in technology. So they wanted to know my mindset about what I aspire to be and so that is what I remember.
Okay. So after that, what was the experience at Google? So you'll visit Google, right?
So after getting the scholarship, we got some amount of money for our education, the last year of education, and also we all the scholars come together for a retreat. And this the time I was given the scholarship, the retreat was in Hyderabad,
Okay.
Google office, and it was, I would say, it was amazing. And I remember especially I mean, I don't remember all the sessions, but I remember the sessions I liked the most. We all took part in. We actually programmed the robot to battle together. Then we also had sessions where we had to explain, like we were given some algorithms and we have to explain the how the algorithm works in a fun way, like in a creative fun way. We all of us had to come up with some numbers, and in some musical way we had to explain how the algorithm works. And that was like that involved a lot of creativity. So yeah, that was amazing. And the best that retreat was that the bonding we had with we all are still in touch over a WhatsApp group, especially the ones in India, but also we are in touch with with scholars from other parts of the world. We all have WhatsApp group and keep updating each other for whatever achievements we have, keep each other for new projects. So I think that was the gist of the retreat. Yeah.
So you were also a GHCI scholar as per your resume. What was your experience at GHCI?
Yeah, so Grace Hopper Conference scholarship, I got it, I think, in 2015. Yeah, in 2015, December, I attended that conference, and it was another great experience. I actually came to at that conference, and that is also that is the place I actually got selected for my internship, and that internship had pre-placement offer, full-time offer, and that's why I'm in Adobe. So that the that conference special for me. And as I said, I made amazing at that conference. I met people uh, from different companies. I was the one who was leading a linen circle at my college, and I wanted to inspire some of the colleagues to interview women in technology, experienced women in technology, and write their stories, record and write their stories, and tell the stories to the linen circle. And I could collect 4 to 5 stories, and they are still kept there at my and I'm not sure how many people at my college got encouraged, but like those stories were an eye opener for me a lot. I still remember that I got to know that there is this development line, and it's different from the research line in computer science because of stories that I read. And women face at in India face at level. Even after being a student, I got to know about them through those stories. So that's all about that.
So now you're at Adobe. How's Adobe? What's work at Adobe, or what are the skill sets that you require to get into Adobe, according to you?
What are the sorry?
What are the skill sets that one requires to get into Adobe, according to you?
Yeah, so interviewed for Adobe as an intern, and for interviewing well, they looked at my majorly asked questions on algorithms and data structures. And also, since I had experience in Android, so I've asked questions on MVC, like model view controller, and how it what is the framework based on. Some questions on things that I had already mentioned in my resume and things I had worked on. So yeah, so technical skills, and as an intern, those were the skills required. Yeah. And how's life at Adobe is great. Well, it's amazing. I it's been more than a month since I've started working, and it looks like it's been long. Every 2 weeks, there is a new challenge. There is a new thing, and there's always a new thing I am learning, and there's always some kind of consistent growth I am into. When you're growing, and if you're growing that fast, it feels like it's been long since you are in Adobe, but it doesn't feel like just 1.5 years. Also, I got into the same team I in which I had interned. So coming back, and there were you always have those fears or of how your first job will be, how you will be able to adjust, and how will be the people, what will be the environment. So I was kind of familiar with the environment, the culture, and I had familiar faces, and during my internship I had made some friends. So I had that comfort feeling when I joined Adobe. Yeah.
Great, that sounds great. So you were also the founder of Lean. What made you think of starting something like that? Any incidents or experiences? Any motivations?
Yeah, so I have given entire TED talk about why I started that lean in circle. So in brief, I would just say that I had experienced a lot of self teenagers experience it during their school and college life. So I had gone through the same. And when I know through the Lenin book that that self-hatred or that low self-esteem was because of gender stereotypes, some kind of pattern in my friends, and I wanted at least one of them, and I couldn't see them experiencing the same things that I did. So my goal was to encourage or instill self confidence in at least one of my friends, and that's why I started a Lean friends at when I just started my post graduation. That was the idea. I did not want. I mean, the bigger idea was that I did not want any girl to go through the same hatred that I did. But on a realistic note, I just made an aim that even if I encourage one girl to achieve her goals and go for her dreams, then that would be enough for me. So that's why I started a circle with 12 friends on campus. Yeah.
Nice. Then you were also the Facebook Grasshopper Scholar. What was the experience there? What's the difference between Google's Grasshopper and the Facebook's Grasshopper?
So Google, there's a difference in so Google Women Tech is not related to the Grasshopper conference. Google Women Techmakers Scholarship is entirely different, and it is basically to. I mean, the aim is obviously to encourage women, but they have a some they provide some completing the last year of education to all the scholars, and they have a retreat where we have educational, technical, and leadership sessions, and we are expected after the Women Techmakers Scholarship, we are expected to encourage more women in technology. So that's the aim. They tell us how we can lead at our campuses and how we can collaborate to conduct programs in our universities and in our campuses to encourage more women in technology. And even if we want to go to high schools and do it, Facebook Women Scholarship is basically Facebook providing uh, funding, uh, the lodging facilities, and tickets to in the United States of America, the Grace Hopper Conference in the United States of America. So they say that we would select 50 students from all over the world based on their essays, and provide tickets to the Grace Hopper Conference along with a stay and tickets. And they also have 2 days off. At that time, they conference, Facebook pre-conference meet, where we were basically given the entire agenda of the pre-conference by Facebook was how to get the Grace Hopper conference. The Grace Hopper conference in itself is very overwhelming with a lot of so how to conduct yourself and how to get the best out of that conference was basically the Facebook pre-conference was about. We had some party as well. I think an evening, and we also had we were also assigned mentors who went through our resumes. We were given some some completely different. Facebook had a completely different agenda. Google had a completely different agenda of the retreats or the meets that we had. Yeah.
Okay, so as a winding note, what do you want to tell to the audience to inspire them to also become next Sanya, something like that?
Sorry, I
You
didn't
can
get
hear.
it.
Hello.
Yeah, I just missed your question.
Yeah.
Your voice is breaking again.
Yeah. Okay. So, as a note of inspiration, what you have to tell to the viewers so that they also become the next Sanya like you.
Okay, so depends on the what kind of viewer it is. But okay, I would just say that if you're a student or if you and if you're looking or something, or if you're confused where to go, then just keep applying for randomly applying for scholarships and internships and go for off campus placements, because don't rely on your on campus placements and study for their exams. Rather than that, do as much as you can, because this is not the right time to decide which technology that you will take in your life. You can always change that path, but just randomly up, see where you go, and trust me, that is going to help a lot. If you are going to join a company, then I would say don't worry, just don't worry about what kind of projects you will get or what kind of people you will be working with. Just give it your best. Think more about learning from think more from a perspective that you will be learning a lot in the company where you are. And I mean, whatever project you get, think of contributing. Like, when you just don't think about what you can do, think about what you can give. Whatever project you have, think about work on the project like it's your own project and not the company's project, and that will really benefit you a lot. And well, I'm just 1 year into the corporate world, so that's all I can give. Yeah.
It was nice talking to you. You've shared lots of experiences. I hope this becomes an inspiration to all the women in tech out there.
Thank you. I hope so.
Yeah. I hope to continue this connection with you also in future. Uh, if you if you would like. So that's it. Bye.
Yeah,
Nice
of
speaking to you.
course, I would like.
Nice speaking to you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.